Hey, choosers! Towering high above New York Harbor is a uniquely American sight recognized by billions of people around the world. Liberty Enlightening the World, aka Lady Liberty, aka the Statue of Liberty, has a pretty interesting history filled with some pretty interesting and familiar characters. In fact, it took a dreamer, a sculptor, an engineer, and a media mogul to make this iconic statue a reality. The statue itself was a gift from France to commemorate our alliance during the American Revolution. Well, it was kind of a gift, but more on that later. It all started in France in the late 1860s with our dreamer, poet, and anti-slavery activist Edouard de la Boulaye, who was trying to think of a cool gift for the US that would celebrate democracy and the abolition of slavery. One of La Boulay's biggest fans, our sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, thought that's an awesome idea, and had just the design, which after a few different drafts he patented in 1879, and construction began soon thereafter. Did we mention this statue is giant? I mean, it is seriously huge, even by today's standards, so building it was quite the headache. So they brought in the engineer. The same engineer whose company gave us the famed Eiffel Tower, Mr. Gustave Eiffel himself, who designed the inside iron skeleton which would need to support the 31 tons of copper used to make the part of the statue we can actually see. That's about 30 million pennies worth of copper. Fun fact, because it is made of copper, the statue was actually the same color as a penny when it was originally built, but turned green over time because of the oxygen in our atmosphere. Could we clean it? That would take a lot of ketchup. Anywho, where were we? Oh yeah, building the statue. So, even though it was a gift from France, the deal was the French would build the actual statue, but the US had to fund and build the pedestal that the statue would stand on. But the US was not exactly swimming in money at the time, so lots of fundraising took place. And it was our media mogul, Joseph Pulitzer, yep, the Pulitzer Prize guy, who started printing donors' names in his newspaper, which led to lots of excitement and more donations, creating what was arguably America's first crowdfunding campaign. And quite the successful one. The statue was then disassembled in France before it was shipped to the US in 350 pieces, then reassembled atop the pedestal in only 4 months before it was officially dedicated in 1886. Named after Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom, the statue's pedestal displays a poem by Emma Lazarus that includes the famous words, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free," words that would go on to represent the very idea of America, inscribed on a statue that has become a symbol of hope and freedom throughout the world. And that's the juice.